again, a really simple document, and I think it's probably much easier that it's a simple rather than complicated document. You would you'd identify the areas for improvement. So let's say somebody isn't reaching their sales targets and hasn't done so for the last 3 months or the last 6 months. Areas for improvement, sales targets. Goals and objectives might be to work with a particular contract or with a particular supplier to improve those targets, to improve the outcomes, to improve relationship. Maybe it might be that it's recognised that there's a relationship breakdown. It could be that that person requires some training. So objectives may be ultimately to improve sales targets through additional training, increased knowledge, etc., etc. So it's really important that within that objective section we're as prescriptive as we can be, and as specific as we can be, because ultimately we're going to be reviewing them against those objectives. And again, drawing your attention to the SMART objectives notion as well. Support and resources. So that's where we identify to the individual a realistic plan as to what support and what guidance we can offer during the PIP. And it's important to do that, very important to make certain resources and support available, because failure to do so, you might be denying somebody the opportunity to perform to the objectives that you've set them. So it could be that we are going to put them on an Excel course, or it could be that we're going to give them a coach, a buddy, a mentor within the business to support them through the issues that they're experiencing. Entirely what is relevant to achieve the objectives that we've set. Expected results and measures. So the expected results may be that sales targets will be achieved, or that orders may be increased. It might be a while before sales can be achieved or something like that. It could be that orders are increased or something that is going to directly link to the objectives that you've set and can be achievable from the objectives and the support that's in place. Now, my guidance to line managers around performance improvement plans would be to have a regular review at whichever sort of intervals are relevant to that role. So if somebody's if it's a role where they are much more closely managed, it could be a production manager position where there are daily or hourly targets. Therefore, a closer level of management might be required. That individual's manager might drop into them on a daily basis and speak to them, and therefore might want to have a twice weekly review of this PIP. I mean, usually I'd say generally, probably once every 2 weeks might be fine. That's enough for somebody to achieve some sort of progression. But maybe once a week or maybe twice a week might be right. Whatever's appropriate. It's difficult to say how long a PIP might last for. Again, it really applies to the role and what the type of role is and what objectives have been set. But you would use that raft of information that you've generated for the PIP to apply a relevant time period that the PIP needs to be in place for. So usually about 3 months, 3-4 months. Because again, you need to give yourself enough time to get in place the training and the coaching that you've and the support that you've arranged. So that's in a really quick nutshell your PIP. Now, within your performance improvement plan, you may encounter issues. There may be this may unveil some more conduct-related problems. You could experience the individual might become angry or might become frustrated that they're being put on a performance improvement plan, perhaps not understand why. And it's the intention of your performance review meeting, your formal meeting, that's documented, notes are taken, a formal invite is provided, to be really clear on why you are where you are and what's needed to prevent there being any unresolved frustration or unresolved issues as you move forward through a performance improvement plan. Because if you fail to address those concerns and frustrations, not much would be achieved in the plan.